Hello, I'm Matt, and I'll be presenting how to review and test a pull request for CiviCRM. Currently, only a handful of people are participating in this process, which means that either bugs can slip through, or it can take a long time before a great new feature is reviewed and merged. No matter your skill set, you can make a big difference here. So what's a pull request? Well, a pull request is basically a proposed change to CiviCRM's code. It might fix a bug, change a behavior, or add a new feature. In other words, it's a process of reviewing code changes or patches. When a pull request is approved, we say it's merged. Now, everything I will present in this video is documented in the excellent developer guide, which is linked in the video description below. This video will aim to provide a quick overview and with a focus on how non-programmers can help move forward the process of, for example, resolving a bug in the next release. Now, CiviCRM manages pull requests on GitHub. So the first thing you want to do is head to github.com and make sure you have a GitHub account by setting up. Once you have signed up, you can log in, and then we'll head to CiviCRM's main project space, which is github.com/CiviCRM. From there, find CiviCRM core. Now, you might notice there's other projects or in that space. It might be extensions or different variants, but most of the action happens on CiviCRM core, and the process is mostly the same for other sub-projects. Now, once you're here, click on the pull request tab, and you might want to make sure it's bookmarked so you can save a few minutes for next time. So, in this page, just to clarify a few things, you might notice, for example, the tags such as WIP, which means work in progress. It's a way for developers to get a bit of feedback from others while still being honest that it still needs a bit of work. You might also notice CRM 21834, for example, which are references to the issue trackers, whether it's Jira for CRM or GitLab for the new syntax of DevCore, for example. You might also notice these master tags means that it's a pull request on the latest version of CiviCRM, which in Git jargon is the master branch. And you might also notice, for example, RC for a release candidate, which is usually a critical bug to fix before the next release. Whereas the master branch will take a bit longer, is the second release in time. Finally, you'll notice, for example, these green check marks or red X's, which indicate the status of the automatic tests. If it's green, it's failing, it's working, and if it's red, it's failing. Now, let's go review a pull request and see how we can test it without being a developer or having a development environment. So, I looked at one of these before, so let's see this one. So this is a feature request to add a pause or resume functionality to CiviMail. This has a nice short description, very clear, screenshots of before and after. And then we can see there's a reference to GitLab, for example. We're going to have a quick look at that, where not much more information, but you can see it's supported by two people, had a look and thought this was a good idea. So moving down here, we see, for example, Tim has done a bit of review already on the code, on the functionality, on test coverage. And here we can see that the tests have passed. Now, when tests run and are successful, it creates automatically a demo site with the new patch applied already. So we click on Show All Checks and then Details. I'll open this in a new tab. This brings us to Jenkins, which is the testing tool that we use for running all these automated tests. It's not a very user-friendly tool, but once you're here, you have only 2 clicks. So go on Console Output, and then be sure to click Full Log. Now, what we're looking for is the address of the demo site that was created, because it uses a semi-random identifiers for creating the site. So what I usually do is I use my browser's search functionality, Control F, and I search for http:// and we find this here. So I'm going to open that in a new tab. And so I'm on the demo site, which is very similar to the main demo sites you might find on CiviCRM.org. But the username is pradmin for pull request admin, and then the password is pradmin1234. It's documented in the developer guide. So now that we're logged in, you can click on CiviCRM. Now there's just one thing you need to know, and it's a bit particular to this pull request we're reviewing, but demo sites let you do pretty much anything you want. You can change the language, you can change all sorts of settings, but you can't send emails, which makes testing this feature a bit difficult, but you get the point. And this doesn't stop you from doing a bit of tests and making sure that the, for example, here we see that there's a new status that's been added for pause mailing. It might be to search find billings. So we might want to go here and make sure again everything's okay. So you can just poke around and see if it makes sense. If you have specific use cases in mind, go ahead and test them. It's a great way to test without having to spin up your own development environment, apply patches, worry about all those technical things. And that's pretty much it. Once you're done, you will want to let know people that you, right here, that you did a bit of testing. So you might want to leave a short comment and say what you tested, what you found good about it, what you found bad. If possible, include some screenshots if it's relevant. Keep in mind that when people do pull request testing, they really need to know very quickly what you're talking about, so a screenshot is definitely worth it. Sometimes animated GIFs, if you can do that, they can really help. Because there's a lot of open pull requests, so we will prioritize very often those that are clear and directly actionable. So that's pretty much it. Keep in mind that we had a very quick look at a small part of the development process, which is reviewing pull requests. Hopefully you better understand this part of the process and how to get involved. And if you have any questions or comments, join us on Mattermost at chat.civicrm.org. Look at the video description for more links, and thanks for watching.